So I have some paper whites here. As you can see, we have our first blooms here. So if I turn this around, you can see the first blooms for our paper whites here. I also have some amaryllis bulbs. Now these are flowers that I have allotted for this arrangement here. So when I come in and I plant up my bulbs and things of that nature, I kind of already have a guesstimation of where things are going to go. Now, when I do my paper whites and my amaryllis, I typically like to plant them in groups of 5, 1, or 3. So let me give you an example. Down here, you can see that I have more paper whites. You can see I have a grouping of 5 here, another grouping of 5, a grouping of 3 back there if I move this container out of the way, and then I have some individual groupings as well. This arrangement, we are going to use our odd numbers here, so we are going to use these 2 amaryllis, and let me make sure I'm grabbing the right ones. If not, we'll go ahead and grab a different one. And yes, this is white. And let's see what this one is. This one is also white. And I do have these amaryllis on a mat, and it's set on the lower end. And the reason why I use the mat for my amaryllis, well, I talk about that all the time. I have videos where I talk about that. But specifically for my paper whites, is I wanted my paper whites to be taller with this arrangement because the way that they're going to be positioned inside of the container. So let's snag these out of here. I don't know about you, but anytime that I remove an arrangement, I like to come in and put another one in its place. So I came in and I trimmed up all of the spent blooms that were on this amaryllis arrangement. Now the amaryllis arrangement can still be reworked, and that's what we're going to do. But we have to put something in its place. I'm taking full advantage of having my table back in this room here. I had recently pulled my table out of here. It's actually been out for maybe 2 seasons, if you will. Now that we have it back in here, I want to take full advantage. Now, we are going to be going in and we're going to do a different arrangement. So let me show you the container that we're going to be using. This one right here. Now this is actually a bonsai planter, and my neighbor, ironically, I was in her garden. We was doing like a little tour, and she has a bonsai plant in the same exact planter this size. So I was like, you know what? Do you want this planter right here? Because it's basically another piece to your collection. So she was like, I'll just keep it in the back of my mind. But you see, I still have it here. So just in case she decides that she wants to have this planter, we're going to use this one. No, I'm just playing. Actually, this is the planter that we're going to use. And what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and just get it cleaned up real quick, because it is dusty. You can see on the side some cobwebs. We have not used this planter, so we'll just go ahead, get it cleaned up. It's some debris in the top of it since it has not been used in a while. So we'll just go ahead, get it all cleaned up nice and neat. And now that I'm looking at this planter, it actually has more debris in the bottom of it than what I want to go down my drain here. So let's go and dump out this dirt, and then we'll wash this planter up. Okay, so now this is the way I would like to wash it out. So let's go wash it. So we're just going to use a little bit of Clorox bleach, just a little bit of no splash formula, just to clean it out. Then I'll take a little bit of baking soda and just kind of just wash it down with this. We'll dry this off. And this just looks so much more cleaner than the product that we started out with. When we first pulled this container out, it was extremely dirty. It was a lot of debris on the inside of it. And so this is going to help us get a better presentation. I'll just get any leftover debris out of the sink. Since I don't have my net that normally goes in here, and I like to take a little bit of the Clorox cleanser and we'll just spray down the sink here, and I kind of just spray it down because we don't want any pathogens that can live in our soil to transfer back to us. And now we'll do just a quick rinse. The Amaryllis are definitely still beautiful, but we did a little bit of work on them, not too much. Actually, I'll show you what all we did to those Amaryllis bulbs because we took off quite a bit, although there's still a lot of show left. I did not have to really do much. I just came in, I took the spent blooms off. It's not that many, and well, let's see how many we have here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 blooms off. And the umbrella here, we have several blooms that still look absolutely amazing. And you see we have some buds here. So 2 right here just on this one Amaryllis bulb right here. And that is the rest of our succession. So we definitely can utilize this, but to me it's not fit for a centerpiece. So even though we've taken off this amount of blooms, we still have a nice arrangement that we can use sometime later. We have our flowers that we're going to be using here. So we have some beautiful white roses. I picked my gloves up on the way from back there as well. But we have some beautiful roses that are absolutely gorgeous and stunning. Any of my arrangements, I come in and over the drain hole, I will take a piece of window screen, old window screen, and I will cover up the drain hole. And so the drain holes in this container is a little bit odd because it has like one large drain hole and then it has a smaller drain hole on the side of each large one. Let me show you. Here's our drain hole. So I have this large one and then 2 smaller ones. So by coming in with a piece of window screen, I'm going to turn it like to the side here. And I'll just stretch it this way. And I also have this piece right here that actually would just fit directly over it. So when I put my soil on the inside, it'll just lay right on top. So typically when I'm using some type of window screen or coffee filter, because a coffee filter will work too, I just found that with the coffee filters, it will make your drainage go out slower, which is fine. You just make sure, depending on the type of plant, you just don't overwater and you'll be fine. But with the window screen, you'll get efficient drainage and you'll still have, you know, a good look on top. So the whole goal of this is to keep the soil inside of the pot and the excess water out. All right, now I'll use my scooper just to coat the bottom of the container here. We just need a layer of soil at the bottom. Here's the top of the container, and you see we have quite a good ways down. So we just have a small layer just coating the bottom of the container. Now we can start working our plants in. So we'll start out using our Paperwhites. This is actually going to be our tallest plant, not our Amaryllis, because your Paperwhites can get pretty tall. And they were truly loving life inside of this container. Okay, so just like this, right in the middle here. You know what? Let's just get all of this planted up, and then from there, we'll talk about what we did. In some places of this arrangement, I'm satisfied with the movement, and in other places, not so much. So what I like to do is I go in and I use these wooden plant stakes. And if you're going to get into container arranging, especially indoors, your wooden stakes, your bamboo stakes, your metal stakes, even rebar is going to be your best friend. Around the perimeter, we are going to come in and we're going to add some moss. Just like this, we're going to take this piece of moss and we're just going to add it to give us a finished look. Our look is finished. We embellished the bottom of the container with some moss. I love to keep moss on hand. The different types of moss, from Spanish, the different types of moss that I can find. I like to keep them on hand. Now, I wish I stayed in a region to where I could actually go into the garden center and have live moss, but for right now, since all I can get my hands on is preserved moss, then that's what I just have to roll with. But I absolutely love this, and it seems like our paper white has opened up more since we started on this project this morning. I'm absolutely excited. Let's go prep the area so we can get this container in its place, because after that we're going to head to the garden center and see what goodies we can find. We'll just set her right here. Typically, when I do these type of arrangements, I'll try to put something up underneath, and then sometimes I won't put anything up underneath. I think it looks great the way that it is right now. Let's get in close so you guys can look at it, because it looks completely different in this light. I can't wait till everything takes shape. When all of the paper whites are blooming on top, then we'll have some heavy weight, because our amaryllis bulbs are going to come on the side and they're going to be an absolute wonder. I love this arrangement. I love incorporating roses into my arrangements. Just these beautiful roses here. I love it. This is what we're looking like right here. We have our paper white. And as we lower down, you can see our beautiful arrangement. Up underneath, I did come in and I tucked some moss on the underside of the planter just to cover up the soil. Wasn't needed, but I just wanted to add that extra touch. Absolutely beautiful and gorgeous. But what I like most about this arrangement is with the amaryllis bulbs, I did not cover those up. I wanted them to absolutely pull question. I wanted them to absolutely make someone that's sitting in the seat right in front of it wonder, hey, is that real or is that fake? It's real. Yes, it is. So it's like that on both sides. And I'm just so excited, and I cannot wait until the buds break on the amaryllis. It's going to be absolutely gorgeous. One of the amaryllis have 3 buds that's waiting to burst open. Let's see if we can find it in here. Okay, this one has 2. So 1 and then 2. Okay, so we have 1 right here. We have 1 right here. and then one right here. Look at all of these roses. They're absolutely beautiful. What is that on the floor? What is that, y'all? Look like a grub. What y'all think? Comment down below and let me know, what is this? All right, here it is right here. Here's the front of it. Yeah, it looked like a grub, but it can't stay here. Ooh! Look at him. I'm a survivor. I'm not gonna give up. I'm not gonna stop. I'ma work harder. Put you right on where you belong. All right, I got him again. Put him right where he belongs. I'll be sure to keep you all updated. Now we have a few chores that we need to knock out before we head to the garden center. I will move this stuff out the way. I need to fix this pot. I'll take these and set these off. I don't want to drop anything right here. I'll put my platter back in here. And then I'll set these back in here as well. All right, so we're gonna start in here, going around and seeing what we can come up with. It's so much to look at. It's so much to break apart in the way of things that they have available. This cart right here, you have the little mushrooms that you can stick inside of your soil. Just some pot decorations, some moss mushrooms. Gives the fairy tale vibe, if you will. We go this way. Here are some more planters. So I'm just going to go around and see what they actually have. What can I add to my collection? Some planters up here. Just absolutely gorgeous. Some garden decor. Here's some moss and some cages here. go back here. Some more planters here. And then there's some planters on the shelf right here as well. And I have these right here. These planters, I already have these. So, really nice. And actually, so here's some more. Some more pottery here, hanging pottery. Now these are nice right here. These planters. I am trying to up my game when it comes to the rectangle or squared pottery and add to them. Those are cute. I'm kind of like going back and forth to see if I actually would want to purchase these. All right, let's check the price on these. Oh, are they stuck together? Okay, since they're stuck together, we're going to go ahead and leave these and we'll think on them. No need to pull them apart if we're not going to get them. Let's think on it. Let's look around. And while we look around, we'll decide if we're going to come back and get these planters right here. If we go this way, it's some more garden ornaments this way. Up here is some more statuary. Some more heads that can be planted up. So it's a head figurine and then a planter on the inside. Some shepherd hooks. Some glazing globes. We have a garden bench here. This is actually pretty nice. I like this. I like that it doesn't have a back. Can you guys see this? Is there a price on this? $2.19. I wonder, do they have a second one? So let me walk back through just to gaze and see if they have a second bench, because this is actually pretty nice. And I do know a place where I can slap this in at. We'll just walk back through just to make sure. So this should go real quick. Oh, I didn't even see all of this on this side. The different colored watering cans. All right, I do not see the bench. So we're going to pass on it. It is nice though.